Almost in time. With just like a few seconds delay. Good evening, everyone, for those of you joining me live today on this early Sunday evening, for me at least. It's an unusual live stream schedule, but I won't tell you what I have specially planned later for the night, because some of you might get angry, some of you might get upset. It's about food. It's not the other thing that usually people do later in the night. So this is Kukla. She's been waiting for more than a week. Some of you probably know and have already noticed I've published a gigantic guide written by Ginora, not by me, on my website about Galactic Starfighter in Star Wars The Old Republic. The only thing ever I've never learned about Star Wars The Old Republic is how to fly in the real space PvP, not the tunnel version of those solo missions. So I'm really glad that Ginora wrote a guide and allowed me to publish it with a little bit of editing, just like less than 1% editing, to fit the purpose and the style of my own guide writing in my website. But all of the work there is Ginora. So I'm really happy, and I hope that those of you who haven't tried Galactic Starfighter will have a chance to take a look. It's probably the longest and most detailed guide that's been published on my website so far. And that was the reason why I had to delay, postpone, stop for a while doing these KOTET replay. Today will be chapter 8, I believe, because it's going to be a short live stream. Kukla means doll in Bulgarian, and I think I've said that before. It means doll. That's the word we have for doll. And she does look like a doll, you have to admit that. Ivan asked earlier in the chat if he can join the host. So anybody's welcome to join me on Discord for a short session during the live stream. If you guys want to talk about something, that will be the perfect time. But the story is my own, and I don't see a point or a possibility actually to invite someone to play through the story together with me, because the choices are personal, and the second player would just be here to, I don't know, accompany me and kill stuff for me, which would actually make things faster and easier, especially in the next chapter. Maybe if I do the next live stream, the last live stream from the series tomorrow, with chapter 9 and the epic fight with Vulkk, I have to actually reconsider eventually if I might want to ask for help, because I'm not really certain if my healer and her companion will be up to the task, despite the decision earlier on chapter 7 on Nathema. We might have a little bit of extra help, but And because I just saw Logan joining, probably some of my other patrons might be around but haven't said hello yet. I would like to quickly take the opportunity to mention it, because it's the beginning of the month and Patreon refreshes every month. So huge thanks, of course, to all of my patrons. But I've got 3 special anniversaries this month. We've got Andari Legacy, that's been supporting me for 1 full year since the last February. And we've got Logan, we've got, no, not Logan, Logan is not this month. We've got, holy crap, who the hell we have? We've got Felix and Ramiro, 2 of my oldest patrons celebrating with me 2 years. That's unbelievable. And very soon I'm actually, hopefully, unless they cancel, I'm going to be able to celebrate 3 years of patronage anniversary, whatever the proper word is. That's absolutely unbelievable. All of these guys that I've just mentioned are most likely supporting me solely for my content on Star Wars The Old Republic, and I know that it's dwindling and it's getting far apart, and I'm not able to produce any new content entertaining live streams, but what the hell? What can I do? We're waiting for 5.8 eventually, and whenever that lands, I'm hoping that BioWare will deliver the last flashpoint from the Terran story arc, and hopefully that will move things back into balance. That's an appropriate... what? Okay. Is it the same in Polish? Kukla means doll in Polish. That's nice. Earlier today I learned how to say goodbye in Polish, but unfortunately I already forgot it. It was a weird combination of syllables. Help me, trio. How is goodbye in Polish? I was watching a Gwent video where the community manager for Gwent said goodbye in Polish. It sounded very damn nice. Whoa, I don't want to fight these guys. You think I would be able to avoid them? Oh no, maybe not. And of course Lana just spawned fresh, so she does have the annoying CC ability. Naomi mentioned in the chat before actually I started the live stream about my cute Homer emoji. I would like to thank for that emoji to my currently 4 I don't know how to call them. They're actually called by YouTube sponsors because that's what they're referred to. It's the special version of subscriber who actually pays money, just like on subscription, just like the subscriptions on Twitch. And YouTube started doing those things. I haven't been pushing it a lot because I don't want to get too annoying for you guys with these promotions. But yeah, I do have one custom emoji for the moment, and with eventually more sponsors joining in down the line, I might actually have more because how many emojis I have available is based on... Ooh, a walker. This is a far better walker than the first one we got to drive on Voss. Let's kill stuff. Ah, that's how you do it. Okay. Left button. Wow. It's really confusing. Something's weird with my controls. Hey, Night Serbian. Hey, Mofly. Ooh, it must be really hot. Well, I mean, maybe not hot, but really nice and warm over in Spain. You guys have a very warm winter by default, I believe. I've never been to Spain, though. Oh, don't get stuck like that. Every time I play through this, which has been 3 times so far, I get stuck. The good thing is that Walker is nearly invincible. Come on, 4-second cooldown is really annoying. It's cold. It may be cold for you, but probably far less colder than what we usually have here. Actually, we had a very nice week with warm weather, almost like a spring. And I'm already missing it. Ooh, stomping works on these things. Hey, Han. Did I have a heal? Self-repair shutdown? Fail? Oh, okay, I'm in combat now. Again. That walker doesn't really have good AoE. Or maybe I'm missing something. Come on, group up. All of them are ranged. It's really hard. What? Snow in Sahara, when? Alright, I think it might be a good idea if I can dismount. Come on, dude, dismount this. Maybe I can just repair. Stop failing! Come on, let me repair. Is that intended or a bug or something? Okay. I'm not allowed to repair? 3rd time is the charm. I do have the missiles if you mean the heavy cannon or maybe the homing missiles. Are those the AoEs? Look into any target within range, firing multiple missiles that home in on the target. It's on the target and it doesn't seem to be doing AoE. At least it's not marked AoE. Might have some side effect on side targets. Never mind. World Thrasher. Wait, I'm coming for you. Battle droid. Alright, I need to take a left here. Whoa. So nice. Thank you for lining up so nicely, Sky Troopers. You're so polite. Cool. You are absolutely right. It's slightly delayed, but it does the job well. Who take me now? Big blast, big blast. Oh. Really cool explosions. Yeah, alright, the cannon is absolutely single target, but the missiles, despite the fact being on too long cooldown, 20 plus seconds, they're really cool. And doing very wide area of damage. Wow. How many times have you run this, Night Serbian? It's my only 4th time doing KOTET. Well, actually, 6th. But I can't speak about the first 2. So officially I've only done 4 runs. And you've already, hopefully, some of you have seen the first 3. Wow, it went so slow here. What's happening? Is it because of the terrain? Okay, never mind. I'm actually... Can I cross from here? Yes, I can. If you skip all of the cutscenes and go straight through the objectives after the... I don't know if you do them actually close to each other, the runs I mean. 9 runs is probably not that devastating. I cannot believe I would ever be able to do 9 runs simply because I don't enjoy the content anymore since the 3rd run. The only reason I'm able to enjoy this is because I know that I will be able to unlock something special after I finish it. That's the 2 cutscenes for my smuggler and her returning companions. And ooh. And of course also because I have the opportunity to live stream and talk to my audience. Oh, so slow. And he's absolutely destroying me. But I can beat him. Let's charge up. We've got time. What? Go down. Oh, don't tell me he can actually beat me. Or was it that... Oh, nice. That was a powerful one. You can tell it's really loaded. I can scavenge from the walker. And he attempted to kneel. Nice. No, you didn't tell me that, Logan. Where, how, why? Tell me more, tell us more, if it's not a secret. Wow. That's really amazing, actually. The homing missiles have very wide range, and I'm kind of getting myself distracted from the main objective. Oh, that's nice. Maybe some repair. That would be wise. Are we repairing already? Yes, we are. That's a good reminder, Trio, because I had actually forgotten most about Vaylin's fight. most of the mechanics. So it's very possible that without me reminding me about this, I would have failed as well, at least the first time. Even the massive AoE couldn't take care of all of the targets at once. Come on. Why are you not stomping? Ah, there we go. Something weird, probably, I don't know, lag, delay. It's been a while since I've checked my lag, 60 something. That's nice. My lag has always been the same before and after the server merges. I never notice any huge differences. And nobody has asked, maybe you guys checked the video description already for yourself if you are interested to participate in the giveaways that I've mentioned in the title. It's actually 2 different giveaways, one on Facebook, one on Twitter. They're running until tomorrow afternoon. That's my afternoon. But if you want to join, you should do it maybe tonight, not wait until tomorrow. It's extremely simple. And with these giveaways, I want to reward my followers and eventually attract some new ones, because social is important. And from time to time, I tend to forget that I need to expand my social accounts and not just rely on the folks that are already there. And of course, because I've already noticed an issue on Facebook, if you want to participate in the Facebook giveaway, you have to do a public share, not a private one. I can't see if you've shared anything if it's private. Oh, no, 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 that's not good. I did not see that big guy here. Okay, that's fine. Is it interrupting me? Or is it because... No, it's not interrupting me. Never mind. But it's on cooldown. Weird. No, I stopped doing serious endgame content more than 1.5 years ago. Don't know really when it was. What the hell is happening? Why am I not shooting at this guy? Oh, is it because I'm supposed to jump down here? Was there a point where I'm supposed to jump down? Or maybe not. What the hell am I missing? So he basically stopped doing damage now to me. Is it because we're in story mode and Bauer doesn't want me to fail? I've never tested if they can actually completely destroy my walker. Yesterday, one of my guildies linked on our guild Discord server an old video run, my first timed nightmare run at level 55 on Dread Fortress. And that, of course, brought out some sweet old memories. I do miss that, but I don't want to go back and redo 4 and 5 years old content just because I miss it. I've done it enough. The only regret I have is I was never able to do a timed nightmare run on Dread Palace. In fact, I've only beaten the Council nightmare once. Nobody from our team wanted to ever step back into that ever again after we did the challenge of, well, just getting it done. That obviously means that I didn't get the mount. Someone else did it. But I do have the wings from that same video, which is nice. Not only I have the wings on one of my characters only, but I have it on video, which is so cool. And yep, I do miss nightmare raiding from time to time, but the game is not in a nightmare shape at the moment.
Status update.
First boss where? Nephra? The fortress? Nice. Is that your first kill? And if not, can you tell me if it's changed? Because I haven't done it at level 70, obviously. The last time I did it was, yeah, probably at 65. Maybe even 60.
Enemy artillery slowed our progress. I got this.
The second boss, Draxus, is a true nightmare in master mode. Hey, Ruben.
Does Ogorob have any other fancy gadgets we could use?
Everything was deployed with the troops. Now he's busy securing the base.
Yes, mate. It's I called it a booster, I believe. You probably didn't see my comment, Marvin, before the start of the video. It's a booster token that you purchase from the vendor. I didn't remember the price, but apparently, as you say, it costs 1,000. Thank you. No, I don't think it's from the op. It should be from one of the vendors on IOCAT. And the shards you can get from doing the dailies. Unless there is a special shard. Ah! Wait, I'm not a walker anymore. So how about we stealth through this? Hey, Oscar! Where was the bonus quest to help some of my old companions? Is it the one that I'm currently skipping, or maybe it's the one on the next map? Yeah, it's probably the one on the next map. There are some of the old companions scattered around here. I believe actually some of these Alliance fighters were those named companions. But, okay, I'm not triggering it apparently, since I'm not fighting. There are links, Logan. Check out the links in the video description. That will tell you more info. Yes, you have to basically help me share my Twitter and Facebook accounts. And for that, I'm sharing Cartel Coins code as a reward. You're helping me, and I'm helping you. Hopefully. Okay, that was, I guess, inevitable. Hello, Alliance fighter. Ah, there are the companions, the guys with the arrows above their head.
Hurry, we can't lose the...
Why is my sprint off? That's a really good question. One that I cannot answer, and thank you for noticing. Where was this? Why the hell is my sprint off? I'd never turn it off intentionally unless something somewhere required me to have it off. Yeah, that's a good reason why the hell I was moving so much slower. Okay, if we speak to Nico, yes, we'll trigger that side quest, which I'm not doing, because if I'm not mistaken, it does involve a tiny bit of stretching, so I'm not going. The sprint gets automatically turned off when you jump into the walker. Okay, thank you for this update. Oh, come on, guys. Lore update on the Shade Stalker. So is it the bug here on KOTET? Because I did not get my sprint turned off. Most, if not all, of the abilities of my companions did get reset several times. Can I mount? Ah, of course I can mount. I'm supposed to, because I'm outside. Okay, so is it the bug or is it a feature to get sprint off when you are mounted? Maybe because that's the easier way for BioWare to deal with quickly running like crazy mounts. Turning off sprint.
They're trying to take the gravestone.
We're going to save the gravestone.
Close. We won't let them take the ship.
Good luck, Logan, to you and everybody else who decides to take part in the giveaways. They're running until tomorrow. All of you guys have plenty of time. Even after the first one, might have happened on Voss. I don't remember anymore. That was what, last week, the week before? And I already don't remember. I remember some silly small details about patches from so many years ago, and I don't remember how I played the first chapter 10 days ago. Oh, quick update. Next week, on Tuesday actually, on 6th of February, so in 2 days, Shadow of War's first story expansion is expected to launch, and I'm planning to cover it with probably a live stream. So if you guys enjoy Shadow of War, or if you want to see something different and you haven't seen it yet on my channel, that's likely what's going to happen on Tuesday, and based on what exactly the content of the expansion is and how... That's not nice. My internet dropped for like a moment. Quickly waiting for a confirmation. Please help me out, guys. Yeah, the live stream seems to be back up. It must have been just for like a second. If you could confirm, please, that the live stream resumed properly. My internet dropped for like 2 seconds. It doesn't happen often, but it just happened now. Thankfully, it was for just like 2 seconds. Not really sure why this happens. But yeah, we're continuing where we left off. The live stream still continues. Everything is working. Picture and sound are working. So nice. Did I? Oh yeah, exactly the same place.
Enemy troops broke through the lines. They're trying to take the gravestone.
You're buying the game tomorrow? That's nice. The game is already at least half the price from what it was.
We won't let them take the ship.
And it's definitely worth the money, at least for me. And everybody who enjoys that kind of game. It's a continuation from the story of the previous game, Shadow of Mordor, but in the very beginning they have that very nice and useful cinematic to tell you the story so far. So even if you haven't played the previous game, it doesn't have a huge ton of story in it, nor does the second one. So you can very nicely catch up. And the first game obviously is from 2014, it's ridiculously cheap. You can buy the collector's edition or the full edition or whatever the name is. Game of the Year edition, I think it's called. You can buy it for like $2, $3, $4 or euros. What happened in Master Mode, Manan? I lost something. The sprint bug? Are you talking about the sprint bug? You lost it during Manan? Weird.
Arkan and I are at the gravestone.
I was about to say I haven't done Manan in a while.
I thought you
But
were
actually I did it 2 or 3 weeks ago. Not sure if it was during a live stream or maybe I wasn't live streaming. I think I wasn't live streaming.
For all you've done for me and for Arkan.
And I believe I did it on my Commando who is under geared, but with the bolster things get really leveled. Oh, internet drop. Oh, that's nasty.
Hold fast.
Yeah, but
Lana
if
and
it's
I are on
just
the way.
short for 2 seconds,
Without the
people
gravestone, the
wouldn't
buckle is
kick
already
you
lost.
eventually. At least most times when I'm doing flashpoints, if it happens to me, people don't kick me. If it happens to other, we don't kick them. I got kicked once from an uprising while I was participating with this character, actually. Kukla. So whether the person knew who Kukla is or didn't knew, that really is irrelevant. But he was pissed off that I was playing as a healer in a story mode uprising. And because I don't respect and I refuse to respect to a DPS, I promised to do some DPS, but he was so pissed off that I'm not DPSing like a true scoundrel DPS. He voted to kick me. That was the first time, actually. How long have we been playing with Group Finder and being able to kick random people? What is it? 4 or 5 years? I don't know if actually kicking people was available from the very beginning of the game, but yeah. In 6+ years of my gameplay experience, that was the very first time someone voted to kick me from a flashpoint. And because, not because I was doing silly things and pulling stuff before the tank or just wiping the group, but because I refused to go DPS. Or maybe it wasn't my operative. Really doesn't matter much. Stay on course to the gravestone to the dock and skip absolutely all of the side objectives. Whoop, not there. Now you make a right turn. Do we fight these guys? They don't seem to have any special abilities to... What? Bossy me. Ah, named NPC. Yeah, we have to defeat that one. Come on, dear companion. Show your strength. And if possible, don't get killed, because I tend to get distracted. This one first. It's never a good idea to sit like this. Even though this guy doesn't do a pushback, if you fight something for the first time, never give your back an opportunity. Never stand with your back so they can kick you out and off. Don't give them that opportunity.
Now you're paying the price.
Hey, Brandon. I don't want to be the nasty bitch with number 3. I don't want to be the mellow pushover, so
I helped
number
you
2 it
because
is.
I needed allies to stand against Vaylin.
We've chosen to stand with you, Commander.
We will not let Odessen fall to her.
Walkers coming our way. Too many.
Whoa. Yeah, that's too many.
Bet you're glad we installed those upgrades now.
Very glad. Very, very glad.
Stop
we
crowing
want
and
the
go
meta?
help the fleet.
Where do you think I'm headed?
That's not what I thought you would say. You did not mention a meadow.
The
Daniel.
gravestone alone won't turn this battle. My sister's unleashing the full fury of the Eternal Empire on Odessen.
Conquest isn't enough. She seeks to annihilate us. For her, this is personal.
Is it personal for me as well? I don't think so.
Vaylin won't stop until everyone on Odessen is dead. I won't let that happen.
If you lure her down to the surface, you can confront her face to face.
I'm on the enemy flank, joined up with SWTOR, but we could use a little more firepower.
Lana helped Theron.
Hey,
Going
fan.
to the front lines. Vaylin needs to know exactly where to find me.
Yeah, that was another decision voted here on the chat during a previous live stream to save or
Arkan and I will join you.
get rid of Arkan.
Don't do anything foolish when she shows up. She's stronger than you now.
Together, we can defeat her. I believe in you.
As do I. My daughter
He has a very
must
cool
be
voice.
stopped
Whoa,
at
whoa, whoa.
any cost.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Together, we can defeat her. Okay. Guard break DPS, commanding roar taunt, and what the hell was that? Oh, barrier, okay. Oops. Wrong way, wrong way. You did not see that. Oh, wait. Can I sneak through these? Maybe not. And of course, Senya is using force detain. That's up to you guys. When we get to the final boss fight, you will help me make the important decisions. And I assume you were asking Oscar the dark versus light, or who do I save and what do I save, right? Because that's a decision we make right in front of Vaylin, if I remember correctly. Or was it before we reach her? Yes, we actually... Oh, never mind. No, we made the decision earlier, but we see the outcome when we reach Vaylin. Ha! Thank you, Naomi. I checked that, damn it. And even despite that, I did not notice that she's on heals. Thank God for high resolution so people can see the smallest details and probably the green numbers from Senya. He was on heal duty, which is really stupid. Who are you? Ah, you're not named, you're just... Okay, random alliance member. Can we just skip those ones? Oh, apparently not.
Do your worst.
Where the hell did this one disappear? Did it jump there? It teleported.
Okarov's bringing some new toys for the troops. Let's light the enemy up.
No, it doesn't seem like I'm able to stealth. Probably because of Arkan. He's my companion, but he's not officially my companion, so he doesn't get any stealth when I stealth myself. Look at that. Xenia disappears because she's currently my official companion right now. And she follows the basic rule of companionship. If I go to visit one country, which one it would be? I'm thinking Austria. And why? Because of the mountainsides. I'm not really sure if that would be the best country I would want to visit, but I would love to visit Austria at some point. Austria, I'm not really sure how it's officially pronounced. In Bulgaria, it's just Austria, and that's not the way you pronounce it in English. I would love to go to Australia as well, but it's so far away that I don't think I'll get a chance to do that. But I would like to see Taz, you know. You remember the devil Taz, who looks nothing like its real life variation. But ever since I was a small child and I was watching that Warner Brothers animation, I wanted to go to Australia. Arkan, you wanna move maybe? Oh, that's a massive AoE, wow. Oh yeah, Switzerland as well. Ah, damn, yeah, New Zealand, absolutely amazing place to go to. So much green, Hobbiton is there.
And bring me the ashes. I want them for
But again, a little too far away. While Austria is just like close by. And it's in Europe.
father's pet. I was just
New Zealand is
talking
just a
about you.
little bit far. Too far.
Our forces have suffered enough, Vaylin. This won't end until we face each other.
You think I care how many die in this war? Now that I've broken father's chains, I could crush you in a second.
Tell us your choice,
But
DJ.
that's too easy.
Oh wait, you
I
did.
will chew up
Italy.
your
Okay, your
friends
choice is... Why Italy
and
then?
grind your
What do you want to
precious
see? The
bones
Colosseum?
to dust. When I
Roman
finally
Empire
hunt you down,
leftovers?
beg me to end your
Something else?
suffering.
Maybe you want to go there because it's, especially in the southern parts, it's never winter. Ooh. Do I lie? Let's lie. I don't think I've ever done
The
that.
longer you draw this out, the more time my agents have to infiltrate Zakul and steal away your throne.
You're lying.
Oh, I pissed her off. Interesting.
My daughter has taken your bait.
We should clear out as many enemy troops as possible before my sister arrives.
I've got a friend, a very close friend from so many years who lives, Zentrax. Some of you guys probably have heard that name and you've seen me play with him on live streams. He lives in South Africa and he constantly tells me that it's kind of a dangerous place to go there, especially on your own. Probably very beautiful as well. Steal the walker that nobody is guarding. Would have been nice if I can jump with the walker. I've already been to the UK. It's a lovely place, but the fog and the rain are really ruining the experience very often. When it's not raining and when we don't have fog and crappy weather, it's very, very interesting and very nice there. Very warm and cozy climate by default. Except for the crappy weather conditions. And I've already been to several places, cities and towns. I visited several old, what's they called? Castles, fortresses. It's a really cool place to go and visit. I'm not really sure if I'll be able to live there. Oh, that's the destroyed walker. Nice. It was standing on one leg. I don't remember that. Ooh, hello there, Sith Lord. Can I stomp you? Of course not, you're green. Okay. Charge! Why do I have Arkan's ability active? He's not using it, of course. Oh! Oh, that's slow. I would love to visit Sweden, but probably during the winter, because I don't think there would be entertaining vistas or anything during the summer in Sweden. What? Ah, okay. Let's get out.
Vaylin will be here soon. I want status updates.
Ah, that's the most unlikely reason I would never have expected to hear that, DJ. But it's actually a very interesting one, wow. To witness the reach that the video games, and particularly the Assassin's Creed that you've played, has on some decisions you make outside of games.
Even you cannot say
Oh, welcome back, Daddy.
Outlander. By choosing who shall
That sounds so dirty.
you also choose who shall die.
Up to you now, guys. Number 1, save Vet. Number 2, save Torian. Who do we save? The girl with the big mouth and the weird Leku? Or a bounty hunter? Tell me, what do you do? What do you want me to do, actually? Come on. Before I hear a few votes, I know there is a delay on the live stream. I'm just trying to fill up the quietness and the wait time. Don't repeat, don't spam, please. Thank you. What's the point of spamming these numbers? Come on. I think... Well, I haven't counted actually, but it seems like it's a very split decision. And if I'm not wrong, I think just by 1 vote, we've got the winner. SWTOR for the moment. Anybody else want to pitch in? Or am I going for saving Torian? Torian the bounty hunter. Hey Ramona, no, that's not a flashpoint, that's actually a story chapter from Knights of the Eternal Throne. Torian has 2 more than that. 2 more what? Okay, saving Torian it is. That's a dramatic moment, so let's watch the cutscene.
Torian, we're coming your way.
Thank you. I'll hold my ground until you arrive.
Wait, you're just abandoning me?
Oh, that's heartbreaking to go for number 3. Is that dark side? No, it's not.
This is war, Vet. A Mandalorian soldier is just a more valuable resource.
That's all I am to you. A resource? Well, at least I know where I stand.
I think I've done the same choice for my dark side walkthrough with my Sith warrior. I'm not really sure anymore. But yeah, that was a heartbreaking. Probably a decision that not many of you guys would be willing to do. Because of the fact that even though it's just a game, we tend to just replicate our minds and our thoughts into our characters. And in real life, I would of course choose option number 1 if that ever happens. Oh, come on! Of course, Archon is here. How could I? Yeah, that's a weird question, and I don't even have a normal answer for it. The walkers are half dead. Come on, jump in. He almost fired. Wow. What the hell? You do actually remember that, Naomi. Wow. I'm really impressed. You remember more than me. But it is the suitable dark side decision.
He's Mandalorian. He'll keep fighting until the end.
What if I just go far away from them? Will they still see me? Oh, of course. I can just move past them by just being far away, even if not stealthed. Or maybe I can just CC those, if I can remember. Ah, there is my keyboard shortcut for CC. Haven't used it in a while and I forgot where I keep it. But thankfully my keyboard layout is similar for as many of my characters as possible, so it's easy to find the button when I need it because I know where exactly I should be looking for it.
Time for justice.
I do have a video from yesterday, hopefully you've seen it, Oscar, to answer that question of yours, and obviously I'm very excited for the DLC because I do like the story, and any kind of story in Lord of the Rings. Even if it's not canon like the one in Shadow 4, I do like doing it. And I'm excited to be able to play story again, not just farm Nemesis orcs like crazy. Oh, more coming. I'm just gonna sit like this, and why is it not possible? Ah, he's stunned. Okay. That was a very nice animation. I don't think that is an annoying creature.
You found me.
Depending on probably your playstyle and preferences, she can be annoying with the silly commentaries. I find her funny, and not Jar Jar funny, but still funny.
Nobody is strong enough to stop me. Remember that.
You make it hard to forget. Vet?
Beck, do you copy? We're coming for you next.
Wrong again, Outlander. I found your little tweet. Now she's all
You
mine.
chose her to be your sister? That's kind of what I was doing during the Rishi and Yavin storyline with my smuggler. Oh, I'm not going for number 3 now. Come on, I'm not that ruthless.
Good. That was the point.
When the Outlander
What do you mean by
ceases,
traffic,
both
Ramona?
Arkan and
You mean
I will be
population?
oversight.
Or
I'm
ping?
counting on it, Mother. You got what you wanted. I'm on Odessen. Now let's end this.
I've been waiting far too long to kill you.
So eager. I've broken Father's chains, and now I'm going to break you. I'm sending you a location. We meet there.
I just slow you down. I'll wait here. Drive Vaylin and her troops off our world.
More players? Yes. Yeah, the remaining servers have much higher player base and population than the previous ones. Of course, based on what server you were previously, if you were on a smaller server, you're going to see a huge difference, absolutely unbelievable. If you are on an already one of the popular servers, or populated servers, you will still see an increase, but not as much. Every single time I want to do something, there is a pop for it, with an exception, of course, of Master Mode flashpoints. That part of the queue is still struggling. GSF has been reactivated with the merge because the community playing Galactic Starfighter is not small, but they were scattered on different servers, and I've been reading and hearing reports that on all the servers GSF is back to life again. That's why I decided to feature a guide on my website. Am I going down? Do I need to activate it eventually? Or just wait for it? Ah, it's coming. It's actually moving on its own. Oh yeah, that's the downside, of course. Everybody is allowed to get for 2000 cartel coins the Master's Datacron token, which boosts any character to level 70 and even gives them a 230 armor, well, gear, not just armor, which is the current tier 1, now very obsolete, but it doesn't really serve any purpose except for when you're solo playing, because you get bolstered for almost everything that requires gear. It could be useful for story mode uprisings, I suppose. That's where you don't get bolstered, if I remember correctly. I'm on the Darth Marvel server as well, just like Oscar mentioned, and it's always been one of the biggest servers in the game. Before that, of course, it was called the Red Eclipse. Now it's called Malgus, and it combines all of the European servers. We now have 3 European servers. One, that Malgus is the English, and we have 1 German and 1 French server. I have no idea how many players are active there and what the population is on the German and French servers, but I can bet that it's better than before. Another downside is the role-playing community is kind of struggling still because BioWare did not provide them with tools to separate them, in exactly the opposite actually. In fact, they merged the role-playing servers into the new servers for both Europe and North America.
And
And
I was about to amuse myself by snapping your little friend's spine.
Do me a favor,
That could
Commander.
probably be unpleasant,
Turn
and
the
probably
psycho
is
into
unpleasant.
pants
I
of
don't
butter.
roleplay, but I listen to the Passionate Casual podcast every time, and Larry Everett does a roleplaying segment on
Let
the
me
show.
speak to
He
Father.
tells us stories, and the last time, on the last episode, he was sharing complaints about how annoying it is to roleplay when someone else is here just to ruin your experience and fun. What do we do?
He doesn't always come when I call.
Of course. You're just a tool at his disposal. Pathetic.
It's not much more
What if
active.
Father
It's always
had
been
seen
more active,
you?
actually, on most servers,
Did you
the
really
Empire
think
side.
you could steal my throne?
You are not worthy of the throne. You are not fit to rule the Eternal Empire.
Daddy is back.
I'm more deserving than your new puppet.
Ah, I do have background music, which means that livestream may not be available for watching tomorrow.
She can't
Depends
even
if Disney
protect her own
finds
people.
licensed Star Wars music that I've used. I'm not that ruthless now, come on.
Now I'm gonna make you suffer before you die.
Funny. I was just thinking the same thing. It
Oh
must
yeah,
be
actually,
that.
I usually mostly queue up on the Republic side where my more geared and progressing characters are. So yeah, I haven't tried much the Flashpoint queue.
Even
I'll actually
Vulkk
try
is
that.
too scared to
See
face
if
me
you're true.
now
You're
that my
probably
chains are broken.
correct.
We aren't afraid.
Enough
The Harbinger is
blood
now
has been
called
spilled.
Satioshan, I believe.
This
I
has
think,
to
yeah.
stop.
Do you have any last words before I end this pitiful family reunion?
I've given you every chance, Vaylin, but you've left me no choice. You can't be saved.
I never wanted to be.
For the last time, the wall here is not broken. Go in. Go in, all in. Attacks against Vaylin increase the instability of her force powers. Okay. Wow. She's killing Senya so quickly.
Father's words can't save you now.
Come on, Senya. Don't die so quickly. Will that kill her eventually? You think? Probably no. Oh, it's a very mild damage in story mode to my companion. And this purple aura is actually the melee range that you have to stay in for the fight, otherwise any damage you do will be reflected. Or, oh yeah, it's reflected. I just do not very significant damage, so you can't really see that I'm hurting myself.
My full power has been unleashed.
I'm gonna stay in as well and see what happens. Okay, except for the knockback, which apparently did not happen on my companion. Nothing really scary. No, I want to damage her. I'm using some very weak attacks from time to time. I don't have many DPS attacks actually as a healing scoundrel, which is kind of a downside sometimes.
Let's go.
Or, of course, I can just sit there and do nothing. Why do I have the bar for Archon when Archon is kind of inactive? How long it's been since I've done some serious Nightmare content where for example, I do remember the biggest struggle I've ever had playing a melee class is when I was forced to jump like crazy during the transition with the tentacles in the final boss fight in the Dread Palace. You guys remember the fingers and how they appeared and that you had to jump actually to make the server refresh your position? Otherwise you rubber band and you fail. I believe I mentioned that at least a couple times during my gameplay kill video. Way back in, I don't know what year, level 55. Okay, I can run out now.
Once you fall, Odessen will burn.
Yep, that's a good habit, Oscar. All of my videos appear on my website as well. On the homepage, only the ones that I consider the most important. But in the video page on Vulkk.com, you can find all videos.
This isn't over. Even now, my daughter is a threat.
The first boss in TFB I don't consider to be melee friendly. No, actually. The second boss is more melee friendly. Way more in Master Mode. What then? The third boss is annoying as a melee as well.
I have no more power.
Kefes is meh. Final boss fight is absolutely meaningless, whether you play melee or ranged. Ah, there are those walls breaking.
The throne needs a strong ruler.
Hey, Sidious.
Someone like me.
What yellow circles? Oh, of course, yellow circles appear on many characters. Yeah, of course. If you bring, let's say, a 16-man raid, yeah, it's a nightmare because everybody had to step out of the yellow circles immediately. And hey, Magic, in most cases, the healers don't really have the luxury and time to wait for the player to step out and then cleanse them. Unless they've changed that, that was the biggest change for Nightmare mode. As soon as you see a yellow circle under the player, well, even before you see the circle, you see the debuff, you have to cleanse that player immediately, otherwise in Nightman it's a lot of damage. In 16-man, I believe it's either 50% damage or just instant kill. I'm not really sure anymore, I don't remember. But that, of course, is my memories and knowledge from level 55 and 60. I don't think I've done Nightmare TFB at 65 and 70. Certainly not at 70.
Still can't believe Vet's gone.
Oh, hi, traitor. It's nice to see you're still here.
We lost many lives defending Odessen.
And they all gave their lives for
That's
you.
exactly
The
what I
least we can
wanted
do
to
is
say.
honor their memories.
Why do you always whine and miss the one person? Because it's a named one?
Something when you struck her down, like her life force flowed into you.
This happened once before.
Funny thing, I was watching
when
for the
Valkk died.
15th time the first Captain America movie today actually. And you guys remember from the movie when he jumps on the plane with the villain? Let's not reveal the story for those who may not have seen it or read the comic books. That's cool, that is, okay. When he jumps on his plane, there are those bombs that he's written on them. He's labeled them, which bomb is going to which city. And there are a couple of cities before the camera moves on to the third city, which is New York. And because the character of Captain America, the person before he becomes Captain America, is from Brooklyn. And apparently New York is more important than the other two cities. Because that's like a dramatic moment. Oh no, my city will be blown up as well. As if you can blow the others, I don't care, but don't blow my New York.
I have no proof.
Never mind.
No, we can't be trusted.
Lyric sidestep.
Commander,
Urgent distress call coming in from Empress Asina.
Drummondcast is under attack. The Eternal
You mean after
bombing us
KOTET,
from orbit.
not after
We're
KOTFI.
dealing with our own crisis, Asina. You're on your own.
This reaches far beyond the borders of the Sith Empire. The Republic is also under attack.
I'm picking up urgent distress signals from Coruscant and the other core worlds.
We know Vaylin didn't order this. The Gemini captains must have gone rogue.
There's more. Emergency calls coming in from Zakul. The Eternal Fleet set up a blockade. They're bombing them into oblivion.
Valkorion, what did you do?
What video delay? Nobody has complained so far. You guys experiencing any issues?
The throne sits empty, leaderless. The fleet has reverted to its most primal function, extermination. Unchecked, they will destroy all life in the galaxy. There is only one way to stop them. Claim the Eternal Throne and seize your destiny.
Ready the gravestone. We're going to Zakul.
We're going to Zakul, to the hardest fight ever. If I can find the time, I'll do this last chapter 9 tomorrow, because this is going to be the end of today's live stream. A quick reminder, if you've joined later or if you haven't seen the video description, there are 2 links for currently going 2 giveaways. You guys help me promote my social accounts, and I help and reward 2 of you with cartel coins provided to me by Eric Musco from BioWare. If you want to join these giveaways, they're actually running until tomorrow evening. That's my evening, but you have plenty of time, so it doesn't really matter when it ends. I would like to say again, one more time, a special thank you to the 3 patrons with which I have anniversaries in this month, February. Andari Legacy is celebrating 1 year since becoming my patron on February 2017. And it's been exactly 2 years since Felix and... who the hell was the second one? I hate it when I forget that. I mentioned it like 1 hour ago. Ooh, rank up. Ramiro. Felix and Ramiro are the guys who are celebrating with me 2 years anniversary since they joined my Patreon campaign. Thank you very much, guys. Your support is incredibly valuable. And I hope that in time, eventually, somehow, I can attract more people to join, because that's really helpful. And it allows me to expand, and not just expand, but obviously keep doing what I do. And when I can afford it, expand things and reach new stuff. I hope to see you tomorrow if I'm unable, because I would like to also prepare, as in play a little bit with my Talion in Shadow of War to remember myself, to remind myself how to do the attack combinations, the gameplay. I haven't played it in 4 weeks, except that live stream, which was a little bit embarrassing. That's why you didn't see it air live. Wasn't a cool show, I think. Too many wipes. But it's Nemesis difficulty, so it's understandable. Anyway, next week will be likely devoted to the new DLC coming to Shadow of War, with, warning, tons of spoilers in both video and commentary, and probably news articles and guides eventually if needed on my website. So I'm excited to offer you that, and those of you who enjoy or will enjoy the game, I will meet you here in the chat. Have a lovely next week, guys. Thank you for joining me today.